Morning, everybody. Welcome back to High Desert Adventures. My name is Matt, and this week we got another hiking video for you guys. Haven't done a good, long, strenuous hike in a while. This one today, we're looking at 9.5 miles, maybe a little more. 1,700 feet of elevation gain. Temperatures in the low 30s. It's a good breeze going on right now. It's pretty chilly. I got 3 layers on, and I'm still a little cold. So we gotta get that blood flowing. We gotta get moving. Finally got a little more sunshine here in southern Idaho. Oh, that creek's flowing nice. As always, I'm out here in the South Hills of the Sawtooth National Forest. This is the Third Fork Trail. I did this for the first time in late October last year, and at that time I wasn't in the greatest hiking shape. I was in decent shape, but not the best. And this hike damn near killed me. It was very challenging at that time. Since then, I've improved my conditioning, just improved my overall health, and I'm in much better hiking shape. And a couple months ago, probably about a month and a half ago, came out here and did this trail again. There's a lot of ice, a lot of snow. And then a lot of dry switchbacks and hills in the back section. So we'll see what today brings us. Checked all trails yesterday and this morning. And we all know all trails can be hit or miss. But yesterday it was saying in the back section from like mile 4.5 on, it could be up to 2 feet of snow. This morning it said only up to 8 inches. So I brought my snowshoes in my pack just in case. I also brought some crampons. Got 3 layers on like I mentioned earlier. I got 1 layer of gloves on at the moment, but I have another set of gloves for the outer layer here in my front pouch, my sweater. Yeah, it was a beautiful morning this morning on the way down. If I could paint the picture for you guys. Sun was just coming up. Sky was purple and orange and blue. There was tons of cattle out grazing in the fields. Man, it's beautiful. Sun's tucked behind the mountains right now though, and it is pretty cold. But we got a long hike to go, and the sun usually comes up pretty well once we get back over here a couple miles in. This is right where I saw the 2 moose the first time I did this trail last year. He's got his eyes on me, I got my eyes on him. It's almost that time of the year where we're going to start to see a lot more of them again. Lucky for me, I was more than safe distance away, but for the first time seeing moose while being on foot, that was still a pretty trippy experience. The last couple times I came out here to camp and to do this trail, didn't see any moose. Saw a bunch of tracks, but didn't see any moose. Sometimes that's a good thing. But this is their favorite spot, all through this creek. As I've mentioned in videos before, there's a lot of them out here in the South Hills. But if you're someone new to the area or visiting the area, don't be one of those people that tries to get super close to a moose to get a picture or a video. Stay the hell away from it. Admire it and appreciate it from a distance, but don't get close to it. And if you unintentionally come up on one, pay attention to the warning signs: widening of the eyes, urinating, grunts. Just slowly back away and get the hell away from it. So far today, no moose tracks. A lot of paw prints. Possible coyote tracks, but no big deal. So that was something I encountered a lot last time I did this trail a month or so ago. A lot of downed trees. Not too bad in this section, but in the back section where we get to the incline in the snow, there was a couple down trees last time, and I slipped over one of them going over. Bent my trekking pole in half. Ate shit. Got up, smiled, dusted myself off. I wasn't hurt. kept it pushing. But hopefully not too many obstructions this time around. Mile and a half in, about 8 to go. Wind's calming down a little bit, which is nice. We're gonna be getting to the point where we're crossing the creek. I call it Moose Creek because there's all kinds of moose tracks and moose doo-doo. This is where it starts to get a little icy if it's anything like last time I was here. Gotta try to get across these logs without slipping and falling and landing in that little creek. I do have waterproof hiking shoes on and waterproof pants on, but it's a lot more water than I want to get myself into right now. Still early on in the trail. Ooh, here's the fun part. All right. So this is the second bridge crossing of what I call Moose Creek. The first time I did this trail, this is where there was a lot of moose tracks and a lot of moose doo-doo. Second time I did this trail, which was in January, this was all covered in ice and snow. Didn't see any moose or any moose tracks that time, but yeah, it's really beautiful, really peaceful spot. Beautiful day. Overall, not bad conditions at all. The wind slowed down. Still haven't encountered any ice or snow yet. Temperatures are not too freezing cold. Great day for a hike, great day to be alive. Great day to be out here in God's country. Well, let's keep it pushing. pretty freaking windy right now again. Just stopped to have some dried mangoes, maybe a couple plums. Let's take a quick break. This is one of my favorite viewpoints on the trail. You can see going down the canyon in both directions, where you came from and where you're heading. It's nice and peaceful up here. All right, well, that was a nice little break. Had some snacks, got to rest for a little bit, drink some water. But it's getting a little chilly, so had to switch to the beanie, put the gloves back on. I'm gonna get to moving again, start getting the blood flowing again, getting warm again. Getting to the real good part of the trail here pretty soon. This is one of my favorite viewpoints, like I was mentioning, but the next portions of the trail are where it gets more challenging, and there's some parts that get really beautiful, really scenic. So let's get back to moving. Sun coming out feels nice. Feels really good. Of course, I left my Ray-Bans in the truck, but I haven't really needed them yet for the most part. But we're moving along nicely here, making good progress, but still not going too fast to where we're rushing through the experience, you know what I'm saying? Pretty soon here, we're coming up to a part in the trail where on my first time through last year, something was making some crazy noises at me. I swear I keep hearing shit. Oh yeah, there's something over there, I hear it. There's something real close right here. Hey, go on. Go. But there's something literally right freaking here that's making sounds at me. I was talking to some cattle, making some friends with some cattle. Just passing by. And something to the left of me, in between myself and the bushes next to the creek, was making some grunting noises at me. At the time I didn't know what it was, so I just kept it pushing and got the hell out of there. But after doing a little bit of research when I got home from filming, I'm pretty damn sure it was a bull moose that was nearby me and telling me to get the hell away from it. But so far, no moose tracks at all. A lot of deer pellets, a lot of grassy mounds of poop, which I'm pretty sure were just cattle. I don't think it was moose poop. Might have been, who knows. Anyways, we're gonna keep it pushing, getting back towards this section where we're gonna be approaching Wahlstrom Hollow, and that's where it gets real fun. Got the creek flowing right here. This is pretty nice. I think this is the closest I've ever gotten. Just so happens to be that this is right where I had mentioned I came across what I didn't know at the time was a bull moose. I'm guessing that he was probably somewhere right here, right along the water's edge, and I was on the other side of this brush, the sagebrush right here, on the trail heading in that direction. Man, that is peaceful. So nice. But we stopped and smelled the roses, but you know we got to keep it pushing. The hardest section is coming up, the Wahlstrom Hollow. All right, Wahlstrom Hollow. Got an incline through the forest, and then we got an incline, switchbacks, everything up the hill. It's gonna be a good one. We are now in the section that all trails predicted we'd get up to 17 inches of snow. Oh, freaking all trails. I know better than to fully trust them, but sometimes they predict there's no snow and then there is 17 inches of snow. So got the snowshoes back there in the Osprey pack just in case, and I don't know, we're not going to probably need them at all. Wish I had my Ray-Bans though. But only about halfway through this hike. Up ahead is the real challenge. This is probably my favorite viewpoint of the whole trail. Beautiful. You can sit here all day. But we still got a few miles to go, so let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving. Wind's picking up again. We're in the higher elevation part of the forest now. If I remember correctly, it should be about 6-ish miles in, 6.5 miles in, so probably a few miles to go. I think I earned myself a steak dinner tonight. All right, let's keep it going. Trail 239, that's the Pike Mountain Trail. Seen that in a few of my videos. I've always thought one of these days I'm going to do this trail, Third Fork to the Pike Mountain turnout, and then do the 5-mile Pike Mountain Trail too. Put like a good 15 to 20 miles in a day. Pike Mountain's got a really good scenery, really good views, awesome trail. It's one of those happy medium trails, like 5.5 miles. I think it's like 1,400 feet of elevation gain or 1,200 feet or something like that. It's not real hard to do, but it's challenging enough. One of these days I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit Third Fork and then split off to Pike Mountain. But we're keeping it moving. Well, there's our snow. Guess All Trails wasn't 100% wrong. God, it's peaceful up here. Grown to really like this time of year, this transitional time. Winter to spring, sprinter as some people say. Where everything's starting to come back to life, but it's still a little frozen, still some snow residual. I think it's really cool. Oh. Doing pretty well without the crampons. It's a little compacted, a little icy, but not terrible. Not really slipping around at all, so other than stop and slip on those yak tracks. Oh shit. Such a beautiful area. That's what I love about this hike. Like I said before a few times, all the different terrains and landscapes and scenery. It's awesome. I think I figured out what those tracks were. Skunk. It reeks of skunk right now. Not very pleasant at all. But I'm in his neck of the woods. Small price to pay. Holy shit. Check out the size of that downed tree. Oh my gosh. That is no joke. Two massive trees, three massive trees. Holy shit. You can see them back there. Mother Nature's a powerful thing. I think we're about 7 miles in or so, maybe a little more. Doing good. We're in a good section of it where it's not too muddy, no more ice. Able to take good strides, make good progress, and I feel great. Feel really good. Funny, I remember the first time doing this trail, this section here, my legs were shaking and quivering, and I kept having to sit down and take breaks every so often. I was thinking this trail is going to be the death of me. I pushed it too hard. And now, this time around, I'm having to convince myself to stop to take a break and eat a protein bar because I'm just powering through this trail way too fast. Yeah, you know what? Let's sit down and have a protein bar real quick. It's a little muddy and slippery. Probably wasn't the best place to take a break, but getting a little hungry, so today we're eating a barbell cookies and cream. All right, let's cross this creek, finish off these last couple miles, maybe less, get back to the truck, start that drive back home, and I think I'm gonna make a steak and asparagus today. Ah, man, times like this, I just wanna stay here all day. Love it. All right, let's keep it moving. I like doing longer, deeper hikes like these, even this time of year. Gotta stay in shape, gotta be prepared for the big adventures lined up this summer. Want to start off with the Alice Toxaway Loop and the Sawtooths. I'm gonna do for sure one overnight, maybe 2 overnights, just to get more time out there and really enjoy it. And then sometime in July and August, gotta hit the Tetons. It's about a 4.5 hour drive from where I live here in Idaho. I want to do the Granite Canyon and Death Canyon Trail Loop, I think it was, that I mapped out. About 19 miles. Do 2 nights there too. Those are the 2 big backpacking trips I have planned, lined up. Gotta do them, gotta make them happen. And that's why I do these hikes like this time of year, is just to keep myself in hiking shape and backpacking shape and be as prepared as possible for whatever this summer brings me. A rock shaped like a heart. It's pretty cool. Well, this is the tree that put me on my ass last time. It was all covered in snow, all of it. Climbed over, slipped, landed on my butt, slid down into the bushes down there, bent my other trekking pole completely, got up, dusted myself off, and kept it moving. Smiled and laughed at myself too. Kind of crazy when you look back in the direction you came and you see all the distance you traveled, or just see what you traveled through. It's pretty awesome. You know, I actually didn't even think about it till I was editing this part of the video, that actually applies to life in general. It's amazing to look back and see how far you've come, and it kind of helps you look forward to what's coming next. You can see the truck off in the distance. This is usually the point in my Third Fork videos where I let out a warrior cry. But just in case there's some people camping down there, I'm not going to do it this time. I'll just insert the 2 clips from the other 2 times right here. Woo! Woo! But it is a very rewarding feeling, completing a challenging hike, or a moderately challenging hike now that I've done it a few times. But yeah, you know, it's a good feeling. Keeping my ass in shape for the big adventures coming up soon. Feeling that peace for a little bit, know what I'm saying? Tomorrow I think I'm gonna head into Boise and go burn this REI gift card that I've been sitting on, and maybe get some time in at the indoor shooting range. And since I'll be out that way, you know I gotta grab some In-N-Out burger. But yeah, it's been a beautiful day. It's been one hell of an adventure, one hell of a hike. Exactly what I needed. Looks like we went over 10 miles this time. 1,900 calories burned, 5-hour hike. 1,700 feet of elevation gained. Oh, these Amazon trekking poles that came with my snowshoes have served their purpose. They've done well. They've seen a lot of battles. It's time to go get some new ones from REI since I got that REI gift card to use. Whew. No, I'm just kidding. So in the third month of 2026, I completed the Third Fork Trailhead for the third time. It feels freaking great. Thank you guys all for joining me again on another adventure. Stay tuned. I know it's a lot of the same stuff lately, but big adventures, big camping trips, big backpacking trips coming up. Thank you all for the love and support. Love you all. See you on the next one. Build up that oops. In the third month of 2026, I completed the Third Fork Trail.
Scheduled for the rest of today.
Thanks, Siri. Oh, come on, GoPro.